Ishuboy and Gordon in the house, back with another news episode. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some really awesome news for you guys. Yes, it involves what Arteta has actually spoken about the game that we are actually going to have tonight. Of course, tonight there is a watch along for Arsenal versus Benfica. Make sure you be a part of that. Yes, of course, you have to be a part of that because we're doing a watch along as well. So come support Arsenal with IG, and of course, we can have a wonderful time. And talking about this episode, of course, we're going to talk about Tariq Lamptey. Is Tariq Lamptey really being targeted by Arsenal in the summer? Of course, we will be discussing that. And of course, what happens to Hector Bellerin? Everyone knows it's not hidden at all. Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona want to sign him. Is that the reality? Well, we'll see if that is not, if that is the case or not. And of course, as usual, and as I always bring it to you guys, the training pictures of Arsenal, which are, and also I will be declaring the squad for the game tonight. So with this, let's just jump into the first news that we got here. So Arteta says in the pre-match conference, he says, for me personally as well, because the energy Arsenal are able to create, the motivation they create, the passion they can show in the stadium for our players, I'm pretty much sure they're talking about he's talking about the fans. He says, I think is something we've really been missing. I said it before, to feel part of something that you are trying to do without sharing it with the people that really matter is very empty at the end. A lot of the emotional parts are the beauty of this game, so hopefully we can have them back very, very soon. Alright, so Mikel Arteta wants the fans to be back quickly as possible. So talking about Arteta was asked about his special relationship with Hector Bellerin. So Arteta says, if you asked me that question a few years ago, I'd probably say if he is the way he is, it's nice because we had a really strong relationship and I tried to help him as much as I could. Now it's a different relationship. You can't change your feelings towards somebody, but then you have to be fair, be really demanding, and it has to be a space that has to be shared and lived in a different way between a player and a manager. It doesn't mean your feelings are different towards the person. And he was asked if Bellerin's place is under threat because Cedric's arrival at the club. So Arteta said, I think Cedric has done really well. We've got Callum that's been training really well and looks completely ready. So everybody has to play their best level. And we are going to have to rotate with the amount of games we have. I don't know if we're going to see Callum Chambers tonight or not. I don't know. That looks like quite difficult for me now. So this picture, you literally been fed this picture from me. I feel that this is the third video where I'm talking about Odilon Kasunu. But before that, Benik Afobe has spoken about Jack Wilshere at Bournemouth. He says, Jack's so good, he is underrated. Did you know Lukaku, Harry Kane, Jack Wilshere and Benik Afobe were all from the same age group and either played together or crossed paths at youth tournaments around the same time. And Wilshere was clear from 10, 12 and 15 years of age. How crazy is that? However, Arsenal will have to cough up. It has been confirmed now that they have to cough up 20 million euros if they want to sign Club Brugge defender Odilon Kasunu this summer, according to a report by Voetbal Belgium. The 20-year-old centre-back, who has been linked with the likes of AC Milan and Inter Milan in the past, is also on the radar of Wolves. It is also claimed that the Gunners were monitoring Kasunu back in the summer and were looking to secure a deal for just £8.5 million. The Gunners are likely to be on the hunt of a new defender as David Luiz is yet to commit his future beyond his contract. So let's see if that is, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But Odilon Kasunu is what Arsenal are interested in. So full Arsenal squad has been revealed for the Europa League encounter between Arsenal and Benfica that is going to take place tonight. So the squad list has been actually been revealed because Arsenal will be looking to progress to the last 16 of the Europa League when they lock horns with Benfica on tonight. So Arsenal will be looking to join North London rivals Tottenham in the last 16 of the Europa League when they lock horns with Benfica. Arsenal were defeated 1-0 by Premier League table toppers Man City on Sunday and will travel to Greece. It's poised. It's 1-1 as we all know. We have an away goal, but that's not enough because the Pizzi's penalty and of course Bukayo Saka ensuring, making sure that Mikel Arteta, his that goal made sense. Despite circumstances regarding European club football being different this season in terms of matches being staged in neutral venues and neither side having the backing of their own fans, Arteta believes it makes the scenario all the more difficult. So this is what Mikel had to say. He says, I think it's different. The away goal is always important, but in this case, in this context, I don't think it's that relevant. We take the game like there is everything still to play for. It's the second half of the game, and we need to go there to try to go and get the win. Because any other thing without the fans, without being in our stadium or anything, I think makes the game very tricky. So the squad has been available to face Benfica. The goalkeepers that are available are Bernd Leno, Matt Ryan and Karl Hein. Defenders include Hector Bellerin, Cedric Soares, Gabriel Magalhaes, David Luiz, Pablo Mari, Callum Chambers and Kieran Tierney. Midfielders include Willian, Nico Pepe, Bukayo Saka, Reece Nelson, Granit Xhaka, Thomas Partey, Dani Ceballos, Mo Elneny, Martin Odegaard and Emil Smith-Rowe. Strikers, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Alexander Lacazette, Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Martinelli. So thank God that Gabriel Martinelli has been, they're looking at Gabriel Martinelli as a striker. That's really positive in one way. So Tierney antics has been confronted by David Luiz in Arsenal training. There's a fight between Kieran Tierney and David Luiz. Would you believe this? Well, David Luiz and Kieran Tierney had a moment in training for Arsenal today. The team is preparing for their all-important Europa League clash with Benfica, and of course, they will also be playing away from the Emirates. So, while all eyes will be on the upcoming battle, there was a fiery encounter in training. The Mirror reports that Luiz pulled Tierney up on his attempt to get away with a second touch when taking part in a one-touch rondo warm-up, and the pair reacted badly. The rest of the players moved to playfully side with David Luiz and placed Tierney into the middle, but his protests were not finished as he moved to blast the ball away from his teammates in frustration. Now, we all know that Tierney is known for his no-nonsense attitude to training, while Luiz is known for his hot-headed temper at times also, but the situation did appear to calm down eventually, and there's nothing wrong that happened, but still, a matter to think about. So Dani Ceballos tweets out the colours of Arsenal and of course is ready for the game with the hashtags #Europa League, #team, #Gunners, #Vamos Gunners, #together. And of course, talking about Aubameyang, Kevin Campbell had to say something about him. He says, I understand what Jamie Redknapp is saying, but Aubameyang is not the type of player who can just put the team on his back and carry them. He needs service, and the service against Man City was poor, was nothing, was cut off, if you want to actually describe it. So moving on, so Barcelona retain an interest in Hector Bellerin. Joan Laporta wants to sign Hector if he wins the March 7th election. Despite Tariq Lamptey signing a new deal at Brighton, the England under 21 defender is still very much a long-term target for Arsenal. Paris Saint-Germain were very keen last summer, and if they had made a firm bid in excess of £40 million, then it might have turned heads and made something happen. Instead, Mikel Arteta persuaded Bellerin to stay. They have a very good relationship from their playing days together. So that is how things did not turn up. So these are the boots of Alex Lacazette. Trust the process. They are called as Minion Zets. Yes, featuring the players' 2-goal celebrations with the design concept tie-dye color based around Arsenal's third kit. Yes, that's the crazy Minion Zets, ladies and gentlemen. How beautiful are they? Aren't they? Superb. So sharing with you the training images of Karl Hein, Arsenal's third goalkeeper. Then there is Matt Ryan, Granit Xhaka, Nico Pepe with Granit Xhaka. I think, yes, that is Granit Xhaka. David Luiz, and I'm pretty much sure that's Eddie Nketiah in the background. Followed by, of course, Callum Chambers. Eddie Nketiah, yes. So Gabriel Magalhaes, Kieran Tierney in the background, which is blurred. Hector Bellerin, and of course Nico Pepe. Gabriel, and of course Leno in the background, who's blurred this time around. Funny story. Minion Zets wearing Lacazette. That's what he's going to be wearing. I think, yeah, that's kind of the boots that they might be wearing. So Willian, followed by, yes, Gabriel Martinelli. There's Thomas Partey, and of course I'm pretty much sure that is Bernd Leno. I can definitely say that that's Bernd Leno. And then there is Martin Odegaard, of course. That's the guy. That's the headline. David Luiz on the right hand side, and then there's Mikel Arteta, the boss. Mikel speaking to Hector Bellerin and explaining to him about his nonsense attacking methods. There's Reece Nelson, and of course Cedric Soares. So with this, we end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed everything, do hit that like button. It helps my channel to grow. Please help me in going different distances in terms of success, and more importantly, Please comment and let me know what you guys feel about the whole squad situation. Who is definitely going to be, and of course, sorry, I forgot. 5:15 or 5:30, we have a live wherein we are going to discuss this Europa League contest as well. So with this, I end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. For more discussions, keep following, keep subscribing, and keep hitting that bell icon.